Hello everybody, thank you all so much for your patience as we kick off the first match of the day in the Blaston Cyber Cup. I'll be your host and caster for today, Starwise, and here we are, game number 1 of Arbo versus Botoy. As you can see, we're just getting it squared off here. They already finished off their leg reset, just make sure everything's okay, and Arbo already on the back foot here, trying to take on Botoy, unleashing an onslaught of terror, able to get some sort of chip damage in the last 20 seconds here. Could be anybody's game as it gets chunked in, and Botoy able to turn it right back around, taking down Arbo. Round number 1. I missed just a little bit at the beginning here as we set up what's going on here for the bracket. Thank you all again for your patience, but wow, a back-to-back damage right back and forth between the two players. I love this Luma. I mean, so we are in the more recent updates here with the Luma included. Great catch here on the nade here from Arbo, able to turn it right back over to Botoy. Not going to deal a whole lot of effective damage at this time, but they're going to do just enough. Good dodge from Botoy on the Viper Ellipse. Great shot on the timing there. Look at this. Ducking, turning right on the floor. Botoy still taking the brunt of the damage here. Able to dish it right back out here. Stuck in a corner. Getting isolated. Great timing on the Aegis shield. One shot left is going to be all it takes for Botoy as they might get taken out. Slow Viper lip shot coming in from the side. One more in. Good dodge. Turns back onto the opponent here. Botoy just hanging on here for dear life, but small chip damage will do it as Arbo takes in round number 2.
3, 2, 1, blast on.
Back in it here. Final round of the first game here in the best of 5 match series. And I gotta hand it to these players. A great amount of skill in their dodging, but a big chunk damage back and forth between Botoy and Arbo as they manage to land those Viper shots. Luma ready in hand here for Arbo. He's got 2 hands. One not ready enough for the Luma here. Timing for the hammer nade. Good dodging here. Back and forth between these two. Back blocking a little bit from Botoy. To stop that Viper Ellipse shot. Just not enough to catch the hammer nade though. Botoy now stuck. Down in health! My goodness, the chunk shot from both of these players. Botoy able to lead the lead. What Arbo? One shot left is all it's going to take, but Botoy down very low. The damage from the gun toss is going to be what does it. Wow, my oh my. Did that turn out in a very strange way. So Botoy now going to be up 1 round. Or 1 game in the best of 5 match series. So currently, first 1 to 3 is going to win. They're going to congratulate each other a little bit. Maybe decide if they want to change their loadout or not. Still playing it very cautiously. So I can imagine them more or less keeping it the same. Just kind of get themselves all squared up, good to go. Might be a little bit tired. Now, I love the way that these two players have been playing against each other. I mean, coordinating all the, I guess, bullet hell like setup against each other here, and then following up with the heavy hitting items. we see a lot of Botoy getting caught, stuck in the back corner here, trying to dodge whatever they can, but that's really good on Arbo. Really isolating and forcing Botoy to play in a very specific spot, but here we are, game number 2. Really kicking off here underway. Good shot here from Botoy as it lands the Viper lip shot. Luma not connecting here from Arbo here, but trying to return it back. Still have the Viper shot. Arbo doing a great job at trying to isolate Botoy again, but taking a huge amount of damage in the process. And Botoy not really setting up a whole lot for those shots, just cleanly getting him. I mean, Botoy did manage to get Arbo in a little bit of a flat-footed position, but eating a huge Viper shot here. Arbo setting up for the Luma here. Managing to push it back in. Not able to connect just yet. Viper shot in, and Botoy forced in the back, able to drop block that Viper lip shot. Now Arbo might be stuck in a little bit of a back foot here. They play slowly back. Botoy starting to press up aggressively. Forcing the back now as they're waiting for the cooldown on their weapons to come right back up. But Botoy now in the back foot. Arbo taking the lead. 40 seconds left on the clock. And taking massive damage. Arbo. Scary round indeed. Here comes Botoy's push. Got a lot of cooldowns up, but Arbo not going to let up. Able to dodge the Viper lip shot successfully. Not going to connect. Botoy taking a huge chunk of damage here. 15 seconds left. Could go either way. Great Luma shot in. Able to deal a huge amount of damage onto Botoy. Botoy getting taken out here. Round number 2. Botoy. If I'm pronouncing any names wrong, chat, you're more than happy to correct me. I'm always happy to change it up here. Or is it Botol? Is that an I or a 1? Bot 01. Thank you, Tess. Bot. My goodness. How to ruin your clips. Get the name wrong. Alright. Thank you, Bot, for putting up with the incorrect name. So we're back in it here. And Bot 01, 1 health left, and the last chunk of damage gonna be from the gun. That's going to be game number 2 going in favor here now of Arbo.
3, 2, 1.
That being 1-1. 2 more game wins and either player may advance forward to the next match. First bit of damage going to go in favor of Arbo as they take Bot 01 down just a peg. Arbo setting up for their next setup. Bot 01 using up quite a lot of resources here. Waiting for the cooldowns now. Maybe forced to play back a little bit. Starting to get zoned into a corner. Arbo now playing very aggressively. Pushing in forward. Luma shot's not going to connect here. But now Arbo forced it back here as a Viper lip shot go right back in from Bot 01. Arbo finally taking just a small chunk of damage here. Playing defensively while playing aggressively at the same time, and the bullet hell action goes back and forth between the 2 players. Bot 01 really only taking chip damage at this point. Hasn't taken any large shot just yet. And kudos to them. I mean, they had a bit of a struggle dodging some of the setups here from the previous rounds, but starting to get into the thick of it here. Good side sweep here to dodge the Luma shots here from Arbo. Auto 1 still taking little bits of chunk damage here. 0-1 now, down to less than half, maybe around a quarter here.
15 seconds.
With 14 seconds left, I don't see a whole lot that can go in their favor unless they land most of their Viper shots, which doesn't seem to be the case. Already 3 gone. Might have one more shot left, I think. Yeah, gonna miss here, and with 1 second left, Arbo gonna take round 1 in this 3rd game. Game's not over yet, of course. Never stay still, and both bottle 1. Man, I almost called you Boto again. I'm so sorry. Bottle 1 really defining that, but oh, he went for the aggressive push. It did not pan out as they planned. Wow, I gotta say, that scared me. You rarely see a combo like that in Blaston, where the players just go for the out-of-bounds play, just diving right into their opponent, hoping to go for 100 play setup of some sort. Now, of course, we're just going into a bit of a break here as the players decide they might switch their loadouts. But welcome. This is the first time we actually get to do an introduction here. I'm your host and caster today, Starwise, casting here for today's event. And we're just going to get the room code here set up for you as we get the game started. Looks like they're just about to go underway. So it shouldn't be too long of a break. Now, I love the way that... I really love the dive here from Bottle 1. That was actually quite incredible. I love how aggressively they played and managed to pull that out. But of course, we'll just go right into it here as we get the game going. Now, it almost seems like they're going to go straight into a real gameplay setup. No further lag test needed.
Pink wins.
Round 1 going in favor of Bottle 1. I didn't really get to see what changed here. Let's take a look. Luma's still there. No Viper. Oh, mainly Vipers here from Arbo. No Vipers gonna come from Bottle 1. More of a control type setup. You can see all the bullet hells. I mean, there's a bit of a hammer nade. So yeah, more bullet hell focus on Bottle 1. Trying to control the podiums rather than just go for the outright damage. And it almost seems like that needs to be more the case here. Arbo has been successfully dodging against majority of the Viper shots that came from Bottle 1. Except for the first round and the first game. We'll see how this control type of playstyle switches up here for Bottle 1. He's going to take a first bit of damage, but able to successfully land a pretty good shot onto Arbo. Both players able to do some good dodging back and forth, but Bottle 1 still pushing back. Using a bit of a drop block here. Stop that right Viper shot. Good dodging. I love the push up that came in from Bottle 1. Arbo having a bit of trouble trying to deflect and dodge around all these pellets coming in right out of the face. We might see Arbo trying to push it back here, playing aggressively at the front of the podium. Double Viper. Waiting for the slow push. Good timing, the patience on that one. Arbo still slowly creeping back up, but taking way too much damage. Arbo almost down 1 HP, 0 HP, make it that. And that's going to be a Bottle 1 taking the first round.
3, 2, 1.
We might be going to game 5 here. Very possible. So we're seeing Arbo taking massive damage here from Bottle 1. Bottle 1 not able to get the setup that they're really hoping for just yet, but Arbo still taking massive chunks of damage. Cooldown is off here for Bottle 1 as they try to make their aggressive push here. Arbo taking some massive damage here, able to dodge quite a lot of it here, but still taking bits of chunk damage in the process. Viper and Luma up for Arbo. Able to land a clean shot onto Bottle 1. And to set up for the hammer nade. Arbo waiting patiently with a double Viper. Not the diaper. Good dodging maneuvering from Bottle 1. Bullet hell raining right back in towards Arbo. Bottle 1 unleashing an onslaught of terror as Arbo now down to about a quarter, but Arbo able to turn it right back in with the Luma shots cleanly. 40 seconds left. Anything could happen here still. Double Viper. Oh, that bit of damage here wasn't fully connected, but Arbo taking massive damage back. Bottle 1 with the loadout change, completely switching it up and catching the nade, returning it right back, and now unleashing bullet hell onto Arbo, taking that next round. We are going to game number 5.
Pink player wins.
My oh my. What a match to watch. Literally taking us to the grand final of the best of match series.
3, 2, 1. Blast on.
All right. Bases are loaded. Guns are ready to go. First round in the game 5 match is underway. Bottle 1. Arbo a little bit neck and neck here. Not really doing massive amounts of damage, but the slow chip damage that is this bullet hell. It almost seems like Bottle 1 has to maneuver and jump around a lot more. I mean, in the long game, Bottle 1 might have a bit of difficulty with stamina depending on how, I guess, active they are. And of course, as you can see, never standing still on Blaston really is put to the test here in this game. Bottle 1 trying to catch the nade, wasn't able to do it, would have forced them out of bounds, is able to do so. Great placement here from Arbo. Pushing up now aggressively in the front of the podium. Cooldown is off. Waiting patiently for the remaining shots. Bottle 1 currently in the lead. Still in the lead here. 40 seconds left. Arbo playing aggressively with that Luma. Cooldowns are a little bit off here, but the double Viper is up and ready to go for Arbo as Bottle 1 on the floor moving about. I mean, both these players haven't really taken much damage for a little bit of while now, except for what we just saw there, but I mean, it's been small, slow damage. Arbo ready back in again with the Viper. Bottle 1 forcing the back foot here. Still has some time to change it back. 5 seconds left. Cooldowns are off. How is it going to go? 1 second left, and it's going to go in favor of Bottle 1. GG, of course. Both these players demonstrating good sportsmanship here in the Game 5 match. Slow rain of pellets coming in right in front of Bottle 1's face as they're able to swiftly maneuver around this deadly peril of pellets. But able to return the damage right onto Arbo's face and right down to half already. Arbo not looking so good. 1 round away from progressing in the bracket here. Bottle 1 taking the lead so far in this Game 5 match. But uh-oh, what's this? Arbo. Cooldowns are ready. Double Viper up. Gonna hang on to the Wildcat in the meantime here. No, Wildcat done. Here comes a setup for the nade. Pellet's not gonna... Actually, I think The nade got stopped. The hammer nade got dropped out for Marvel. It didn't do anything. Our both cooldowns are off. Now in the offensive spot. Bottle 1. Waiting. Getting themselves set up here. Maybe forcing the back corner. Able to maneuver around the Lance nade. Double Viper coming in. Able to dodge both. Dodges all shots. Bottle 1 dishing it right back out. The damage that would have been. And we are in the last 30 seconds here. As Bottle 1 is looking to close it out. Arbo stuck at quarter HP. Last ditch effort with the double Viper. Needs to land all their shots. Misses 1, misses 2, misses 3, misses 4. And Bottle 1 turning it back in again. Aggressive push. Just gotta hold out here. 8 seconds left. Cooldown is down for a Bottle 1. But Bottle 1 on the floor trying to hang on. Gets hit in the head with the gun. But the game is over. And Bottle 1 is going to be the champion of this match. Let that sink in as we close out the first match in the series. And wow, what a spectacular finish. Bottle 1 finishing 3-2, getting us into game number 5 in the match series. And that's going to be a wrap for the first match here that we're streaming. So hopefully you enjoyed this. We're going to take a small break as we get the next match set up. And it's going to be a fun one here. It's going to be Slowyd versus Montybann. So as we get that going, just sit around, stick around, stay tuned. We've got some hype blast on music for you coming in. Just a prank. One more game, says Bottle 1. All right, now it's 2-2. We gotcha. Hope you were paying more attention than we were, apparently. All right, for real, for real. Game 5, game 5. And of course, they're going to change their loadout here. I mean, that makes sense for them. A bit of an adjustment. I mean, the first game was a warm-up. That's what happened there. So we're getting this message in chat, of which you can obviously see from Bottle 1. First game was a warm-up here, so now we're officially 2-2. Of course, the lag test is what always gets you going here. But as the players get their loadouts picked up here, we're just going to leave you with the game screen here. Just appreciate and enjoy the Ozo Lounge here that's playing in the background for you. And really take the time to appreciate this Blaston spectator client that the developers and Defer really worked hard to put together. I mean, without it, we definitely wouldn't be able to broadcast and show you the match for today. And again, big shout out for today's sponsor of the event, Slowyd Gaming, Influence Connections, Resolution Games and Ember Studios, and of course, Challenger Mode. Now, grand finals here in, or not grand finals, we're getting too ahead of ourselves. Game 5 finals for this first match series, and it's so back and forth between the two players here. And I mean, we're seeing a very strong, aggressive push back here from Bottle 1 as they try to make their way in. So we're setting up here 2-2 so far. There we are. All right, you're welcome to join in if you want to. All right, our warm-up is ready. Almost ready. And so we just got to make sure that the lag test goes in properly. So both players looking good so far. It looks like this might be it here. Game 5 finals, let's see it. Depending on how serious they play. There you go. Look, they're looking pretty serious. Let's go right into it. Arbo already taking quite a bit of damage. Oh, and a massive chunk down here. Bottle 1 getting taken down, already down to half. Down to quarter now. Arbo looking real good in the second. Cooldowns are down for both players. They've got little weapons just getting themselves set up here. Arbo switching around here. Got the Luma, got the Viper. Lands in most of the shots. Auto 1 down to less than a quarter now. And Arbo taking the lead. But what's this? Auto 1 trying to change it back. Dealing some chip damage back into Arbo. Isn't able to catch the nade, but forcing the back. Luma set up here from Arbo as they force Bottle 1 into the corner. Luma's shot's gonna miss, so is the Viper. Whoa, great juggle here from Bottle 1. Arbo taking massive damage from that beautiful juggle play. Quick toss here from Bottle 1, trying to struggle back in, but now Arbo might be more or less ready for the setup. All shots coming in, got the Luma, got the Viper lips ready. This could be the turnaround play that Arbo is looking for here. First shot, second shot misses. Trying to turn it back here. From the back, Bottle 1 not taking any bits of damage here, dodging everything successfully. Again, and again. But this does not matter, as if you did not dodge the beginning of the match and take massive chunk damage, then Arbo is going to be able to take that away from you. Round number 1 going in his favor.
2, 1, blast on.
Round number 2 underway in this game 5 match. Little to no damage from Bot 01. Taking down Arbo just a little bit here, but now stuck in a corner. Force around, dodging, jumping, tucking, rolling. Bot 01 able to dodge everything that Arbo is able to dish out, and that means Arbo's going to be down on a cooldown. Let's see if Arbo's able to return that favor. Cooldown starting to come back up for Arbo as they've got the Luma ready. Going for the shot. Not going to land them here, but following up with the Viper. Looks like Arbo just trying to dish out whatever damage they can in the process as they wait for the next set of their cooldowns to come off. But that means Bottle 1 going to be the one that mainly dictates the pace of this game. Good Luma shots, good block here from the Aegis Shield from Bottle 1. Now playing aggressively up at the front of the podium. Cooldowns are off, not able to follow through a whole lot with it.
30 seconds.
Dodges a second nade, Bottle 1. Going very cautiously, Arbo. Gonna shoot the last Viper shot, gonna miss as well. 15 seconds left here, Arbo starting to catch up as Bottle 1 takes some massive damage.
10 seconds.
Health still in favor of Bottle 1. We could be going to the very end of it all.
3,
3 seconds left, not enough cooldown, not enough time, and that's going to be bottom one taking this next round and leading us to the bitter sweet end here.
3, 2, 1. Blast on.
Oh, bit of a lag. There we go. Now that's going to completely reset everything. That's bottle one. Frozen in time and space. Yeah, I mean, we got to remake that. It happens sometimes. That's why we do lag tests. You never know what's going on. I'm just glad it happened at the very beginning of the match, because that would have been a disaster if that happened at the very end. So still 2-2 for these two players. Literally 1-1 in the last game here. It's literally just winner takes all at that point. Yeah, they're redoing the last round here as one of the players disconnected at the start of the round, which that was perfect timing, I guess, if you're gonna ever disconnect. So we'll get the code up shortly for you. Don't worry, no actions going on away. You're not missing anything. We're just looking and enjoying the spectator screen, as we would like to leave that there for you so you can all enjoy it. And enjoy this Blaston music. It's not something we made. It's the actual Blaston official soundtrack that was produced here by Resolution Games. And I gotta say, this is a real banger. I love the grungy, cyberpunk-esque synth music. Alright, if you got the spectator client, you're all welcome to join in as well. But we're gonna give you the casted portion of it here. As we hop into the game, of course, we're going to do our standard lag test as both players get themselves set up here.
3, 2, 1. Blast on. The round is over.
And they may also just make them sure they're all set up at the 1-to-1 round setup here. Both players getting their lag test ready, making sure everything looks okay. And since this is a custom game, players are able to communicate with themselves, although not forced, is a possibility. So they can also communicate together when they're both ready. So as you can see, we're going right back into the spectator start screen here, as there might have been a little bit of a lag, so they're going to remake it here, and that does happen sometimes. Doesn't happen all the time, does happen sometimes though. And essentially when players feel maybe the pellets are coming at their face in weird ways, we may not see it, but players definitely could. And especially with a VR headset where the screen is right against your face, something that kind of glitches his way to you is going to be a lot more drastic than if you seeing it on like a computer screen. I know, I had this happen once. Here we are back again. Final game of the series. I'm getting a this just in, but they actually had one of the wrong attachments. So not even a lag issue, but I think they're gonna get themselves set up. Gonna be, there you are. Lag test, good to go. Here we are. Elimination. So they're gonna get themselves all squared under the way. I love how they just walk up to each other like this. Like, hey, how's it going? See, here's the thing about VR games like this too. You can kind of see their mannerisms and what they're feeling through their hand motions. Not like a third perspective of an in-game character that's very static here. No, you get to see what they're really feeling. Here we are underway officially with the last round of it all. Already underway, Bottle 1 really only the one taking damage, but no, Arbo taking massive in just a short amount of time. Already down to half here in the winner takes all scenario. This is literally the equivalent of last goal wins playing soccer in the schoolyard, or for you Europeans, football. As you can tell, we are from North America. But oh my goodness, Arbo down to the last bit of health here, already in the red. 1 minute left. Arbo finally able to dish some damage back, but is it going to be enough here? Already taking massive amounts. Taking some more of the small chip damage. Bot 01 making sure they secure this final. Ducking, bobbing, weaving. Here comes the full frontal assault. Bullet hell raining in towards Arbo, as Arbo now trying to play aggressively, taking bits of damage here, trying to dish it back into Bottle 1. But Bottle 1 managing to just maneuver swiftly around. Cooldowns are off. Arbo unleashes their onslaught, but misses it all, unfortunately. And Arbo still in the thick of it here, trying to deal damage back into Bottle 1. But with 10 seconds left and not a whole lot of hope, Arbo waiting for whatever cooldown is left, but not enough damage is there. Misses their last bit of shots, and here it is, 2 seconds left, and the bow to defeat as Bottle 1. And the hugs between the two players come in. Very great sportsmanship between the two. Thank you, Fat Boy John. I think if there's ever a rapper name, Fat Boy John has got to be it. It sounds much better than Starwise. But going back to this game here, wow, Bottle 1 wasn't looking too good in the first game. Managed to turn it back around. And now here we are in the Ozo Lounge, chilling it out about as we reel it back in from the finals of that close match between the two. Now, yes, it definitely was a quick round here, Squirrel. So, with that being said, we are going to take a small break as we get the next game set up here and take a few moments to just get some water. I mean, as Fat Boy said it, I was going full Eminem here. Just some lemon doobie and see me. I'm here to get through. I'm superhuman, but not all the time. I'm definitely not superhuman. So we'll take a break and we'll be right back. Welcome back here to Blaston Cyber Cup 2. As we start to get our next match set up here, it is going to be Slowyd versus Montybann here in the, I believe, the preliminary still, as we're getting that going. And we're just making sure, yeah, we are still in the preliminaries, not in the quarterfinals just yet. The match after this one will start to go to the quarterfinals, but we are going to hop into our match here as we get everything ready, so let's get it going. And so players are just getting themselves warmed up. They were here just for a little bit as we got some water. You saw how that ended at the very last match. Slowyd. Oh, please don't tell me Slowyd. I'm pretty sure it's Slowyd. I've heard Slowyd a lot. Don't do this to me. Both players seemingly ready. Might be able to start here and now. We did give them the go-ahead. So if they look serious, then they're going. Yeah, they look pretty serious. Already underway. What a scary match. These are very high ranking players as well. I'm getting this as in he intended to be Slowyd. I don't know. We'll figure that out. We'll keep calling him Slowyd since that's what I've heard in the past. And we're finally seeing it here. A land setup. Pretty well placed here. Now, if there's ever a weapon in the game that does force you into certain areas, Slowyd. Slowyd, thank you. The lance is going to be it. Look at this now. Slowyd forced into the back corner and back-to-back damage. What the heck? Coming here from Montybann here, ready for the juggle. Does drop a weapon here. Unfortunately, going to cost him, and then drops the other weapons. I don't know. Montybann getting an onslaught of damage as they are shaken up here. Lance stood up here. Last time this happened, Slowyd took quite a bit of damage. And there it is, that last Viper shot gonna come in. And that's gonna be round number 1 going in favor of Montybann. I don't know, Tess. I don't know. It's the way you said it that we don't believe you. Oh my goodness, Slowyd taking some heavy damage here already, back to back. Lance has really been forcing Slowyd in just a very dangerous situation. Montybann has had some phenomenal setups with that so far. Able to block quite a bit of damage here. Ultimately taking the one from the Luma itself. Not even the arrows, just the bow. They really should make that hurt a lot more. I don't know. Although I think that would be kind of broken. Oh, here it comes Monty. Not getting the best of setups here for against Slowyd. Forced again into the defensive position. Montybann taking massive damage, but Slowyd gonna receive it right back here. Montybann able to set up with the lance in the progress. Forcing Slowyd to play just a little bit more defensively here. Cooldown starting to make its way back in for Monty as they get themselves set up. Good dodging here from Monty, but Slowyd, what is this? Taking about half health. First game could go in the favor of Monty already.
30 seconds.
Here comes shot after shot. Good lance set up here from Monty. Gonna completely eliminate that side. Slowyd down to less than half. Even more less than half. 8 seconds left. Slowyd does have the damage here, but is it enough? It might just be. There's still enough time, but Slowyd takes just enough of it where Monty is going to take game number 1. And I hope it's not one of those fake games that we saw from Bottle 1.
3, 2, 1. Blast on.
Now I'm hearing from everyone. Slowyd, Slowyd, Slowyd. I'm scared now. Everything is wrong, but everything's right. Well, speaking of right, Slowyd, Slowyd, Slowyd. Finally able to get it right as they take massive damage onto Monty. Dealing about quarter health, but receiving quite a bit back. Slowyd, okay. I believe Turbo. That's 2 for Slowyd. I feel like at this point, at this rate, we're going to put up a poll for how we should just call Slowyd the rest of the match. Shut up, Otto. Back into the game here. Montybann taking massive damage, already down to less than half health. But with 1 minute, 15 seconds left, still more than enough time for it to change right back in their favor. Swinging around here. I love that Wingardium Leviosa Viper lip shot here from Monty as trying to fake out Slowyd from dodging it here, but still gonna not pen in their favor now. Monty not putting the lance shot in the best of places, but it pans out well as Slowyd already down to even less than half here, but still a little bit more than Monty. What a beautiful setup here from Monty on this lance. Raining down from above the damage that's coming in. Monty's taking quite a bit here still. 30 seconds left on the clock as Monty trying to fight back. Unable to connect. Slowyd forced into the front. Monty doesn't have their cooldowns off just yet. Juggling here, Monty. Looks like they were able to get some of it off here. Here comes the onslaught. Slowyd about the same health as Monty. No, make that less, make that 1. Slowyd realizes what's happened here and immediately gets deleted. Round 1 gonna go in favor of Monty.
3, 2, 1. Blast on.
Could also be Slowyd. It's a new form of pronouncing Slowyd's name. Slowyd taking way too much than they anticipated here. Already down to half health. Stuck back here again in the back. Monty is just controlling the setup here with the lance. And Slowyd hasn't really had much of an answer for it. Hurricane setup here from Slowyd as Monty now on the back foot here. Less health than Slowyd. I'll bet not that much. 1 minute left and we could possibly see just a wipeout. Slowyd trying to fight back here as they are clawing their way back in. Comes the next setup here. Monty forced to try to dodge around. Ice set away, but Slowyd taking damage back. Down in the red now. Good denying of the nade from Slowyd here. 40 seconds left. Anything goes. Here comes the onslaught from Slowyd, but no, he's the one taking damage instead. Monty trying to dish it right back. Slowyd down to a fraction of health left. 1 damage, 2 damage, 3 damage. Lance is in, and the results are as well. Monty able to take this second game altogether. That's 2-0. Monty. We're calling this Monty Python and the Battle of Slowyd, as Monty is just seemingly the main character of this match so far. However, will this be a tragic protagonist in the story, or will Slowyd be able to return it right back? Oh, immediately Monty is already down to health, but Slowyd taking small chips of damage here. Here comes a setup from Slowyd. Lance gonna be used against Slowyd, forcing him to go back a little bit. Wait a little bit longer here. Luma is ready to go, but the Viper shots back and forth, forcing Slowyd to duck and cover. Lance set up here. Monty now the one down to about a quarter, almost in the red. Comes land set up here for Monty. Tick damage coming in as Slowyd trying to maneuver away, forced into the front of the podium here. Doesn't have enough resources to be able to adjust for that as much, but able to survive through it here as Monty didn't have much either to go off of. 40 seconds left. Slowyd taking massive damage back in. Monty trying to play aggressively on the front of the assault here. Has the nade. Does gonna get blocked here. Slowyd beautifully set up. Slowyd now hyper aware of these lances coming in and all the nades. Again, blocking it here. Slowyd really acutely paying attention. Now, Monty might have a good setup here. Juggling around. Able to get the setup, but not quite the right one. Forcing Slowyd away from the front. At least going to give Monty a bit of extra time here, but favor still over for Slowyd, forcing him in the back. Monty, not enough cooldown, not enough damage, not enough time. And that's going to be Slowyd taking this round here in game number 3.
3, 2, 1, blast on.
Round number 2. Slowyd one more round away from starting to make a reverse comeback here. A reverse sweep. Good lance nade set up. Monty chucking it way in the back end here, making it difficult for Slowyd to try to take it out and deny it. Monty! Massive chip damage here. Slowyd making a huge comeback. A sliver of health left, and the amount of chip damage that comes in from Slowyd every round. Obviously, we are seeing Slowyd finally take it back here for our game. Wow, what a turnaround, and a very quick one at that. Slowyd able to bring it up 1-2 suddenly. And the crowd goes wild. Mainly Tess. With the Craigasm in chat. Wow, okay. We need to reel it back here. So, obviously a loadout change coming in for Slowyd as... I mean, it worked out strongly at the very end of it all, but Slowyd had so much trouble dealing with the lance nades up until the very end, where they figured out a way to stop it, I'll bet, with the resources and tools that they had at their current disposal. So we can probably see some more variations in, I guess, items and weapons to try to stop the lance nade from coming in properly, or at least make it a little bit easier to maneuver around or play against. Probably aren't going to see too much from Monty in terms of change in loadouts. Maybe a small shift, as at the very end, Slowyd started to catch up and really understand what the setup would be. As both players set themselves up for what may possibly be this final game here in the preliminary match in the Blaston Cyber Cup 2. Let's take a moment to appreciate our first sponsor of the day, Resolution Games here. And of course, you all know and love Resolution Games. They have done some phenomenal VR games, and my oh my. I mean, I don't know if some of you in chat here played Demio, but I absolutely got hooked on it the first time I got to play it, and then on after that. It's like, I feel like I'm living a D&D fantasy in the midst of it here, watching it play out first person. Of course, they've got their new game Ultimax coming out here. I believe they've also got a fancy new Discord here to accommodate for that. And of course, Blaston, the game you're all computing and absolutely adore. But let's go right into it here. Speaking of Blaston here, potentially the last round. I think this is a good song to intro it to, but unfortunately we gotta go into the in-game sound. Now let's put it back on here. Just for you, chat, let's go. Alright. We'll put the game back on. So, of course, players, they do have to get their setup going. Make sure the lag test is okay. I love the dangling hands. You could tell that they've got the straps on. It's just dangling there, so it just kind of goes in weird angles. But yes, definitely Blaston best game. I gotta say, I have not played VR as much as the rest of chat here, but Blaston definitely my most favorite game out of all the VR games I've played, including all the top contenders out there. I have never felt so engaged playing in a game here as much as Blaston. And seeing some of these top players here play out on a completely different level than what I can even fathom playing myself is so fun to watch. So let's see. Monty 2-1. We got the scores lined up here. Majestic play. I didn't expect it here, but the Lance actually going to get swapped out from Monty for a super Majestic, it seems. Interesting play. I mean, maybe Monty expected that Slowyd will try to do something to counteract this Lance play here, but not expecting the Majestic. We'll see if Slowyd is able to get a good read on that. So far, not so good, as they're chunked about a quarter health. Able to return the favor back onto Monty with an onslaught of bullet hells. Majestic zoning Slowyd again here. Slowyd taking way too much damage, trying to block, catch, dip, dodge, not working out in their favor. Already down to quarter health. Monty here for the Viper setup here, gonna use it all. Good dodging here, good onslaught from Slowyd, but Monty able to dodge the vast majority of it, still taking quite a bit of damage in the process here, but a good setup. Monty down in the red, but able to chunk it back into Slowyd. Slowyd down to 1 health. 1 chip damage. Slowyd bumping into something there, and round 1 gonna go in favor of Monty. Wow. Hanging on for dear life. Monty turning it back. If only Slowyd listened to Turbo and just moved forward. Or maybe because they listened to Turbo, they got taken out. Who knows? Majestic underway as Slowyd is taking massive damage here. Already less than half health. Here comes the aggressive push here from Monty. With Majestic set up here, Monty has had more success in this round than the Lance did in the previous. And with this being Monty's potential last round, could be moving on to the quarterfinals here. Comes the setup from Slowyd. Hurricane raining from above, but not quite going to connect, especially with the Luma as well. Majestic setup here. Monty's got the cooldown ready to go. Here comes the bullet hell. Can Slowyd dodge and defend against it here? Dodge number 1, dodge number 2. Takes a little bit of damage here, but compared to the Viper to the face, not as much as it could have been. Ooh, Slowyd fishing it back out. Hanging on there. 30 seconds left. Monty down now. Health roughly about the same. I think Monty's down a little bit more. Now in the red, Monty about to get taken out here, but Slowyd in the same position here. Both players in the red. One big shot could be all it's needed, but 10 seconds left. How's it gonna end? 5 seconds left. Monty getting taken out. 1-1. Game is not over yet. Here we are, final round in this particular game, and this game is so close. Monty has more to lose than Slowyd has to win. It's a continuation onto the next round. Chat is hyping up game number 5. Uh-oh. What is this lag? Ping. What's going on? Oh, we're back in. Here comes the setup from Monty. Slowyd taking just a little bit of damage here. Not a big amount. Oh, I spoke too soon. I spoke real soon. Slowyd down to almost half. And the setups from Monty with the Super Majestic and the Viper have been deadly. Slowyd has had little to no answer for it back here. Here comes Slowyd setup, waiting for the cooldown. Luma in hand, ready for the shot. Misses one, misses two. Still got more time. Nope. Gonna check it out there a little bit. Majestic ready in hand here. Monty gonna unleash it. Force Slowyd into one corner. Good dodge here on the Viper from Slowyd here. Can he get the second? No. Dodges right into the Majestic. Takes a bit of damage. Here comes the full frontal assault. Slowyd got the full setup ready and Monty just dodges it like it's nothing. Here comes the next setup and next play. This could be the final one we're seeing as there's 30 seconds left. Monty trying to deal out whatever bit of damage, but no Vipers in hand, meaning not a whole lot of damage going to come in. Slowyd now down to about a quarter. The pressure is on. Slowyd needing to be the one to land their shots. Here comes the one, here comes the two, misses. 10 seconds left. I don't think they have the damage. It's possible though. 5 seconds left. Monty has got the setup here. Slowyd in the red, and with not a lot of cooldown, nothing back up, it's going to be Monty able to secure this game and match win. And I hope one of those matches wasn't a, like a tested match that we saw from Bottle 1 in the first round. But I think that's about it. I don't know. We're getting a chat message from somebody. Ah, okay. 24 is ready for the next one. All right. That's going to be a wrap for this game. So we are going to take just a small break as we get the next one set up and definitely get some of the water that we desperately need. But we will be right back and here for a little treat for you all. The Lance is going to be it. Look at this now. Slowyd forced into the back corner and back-to-back damage. What the heck? Ready for the juggle. Does drop a weapon here. Unfortunately, going to cost him. And then drops the other weapons. I don't know. Montybann getting an onslaught of damage as they are shaken up here. Just enough of it where Monty is going to take game number 1. About the same health as Monty? No! Make that less! Make that 1! Slowyd realizes what's happened here and immediately gets deleted. Round 1 gonna go in favor of Monty. A fraction of health left. 1 damage, 2 damage, 3 damage. Lance is in and the results are as well. Monty able to take the second game altogether. And that's gonna be Slowyd taking this round here in game number 3. Massive chip damage here. Slowyd making a huge comeback. Slowyd every round. Obviously, we are seeing Slowyd finally take it back here for our game. Zoning Slowyd again here. Slowyd taking way too much damage. Trying to block, catch, dip, dodge. Not working out in their favor. Already down to quarter health. Slowyd down to 1 health. 1 chip damage. Slowyd bumping into something there. And round 1 gonna go in favor of Monty. All it's needed, but 10 seconds left. How's it gonna end? 5 seconds left. Monty getting taken out. Here comes the setup from Monty. Slowyd taking just a little bit of damage here. Not a big amount. Oh, I spoke too soon. I spoke real soon. Monty has got the setup here. Slowyd in the red, and with not a lot of cooldown, nothing back up, it's gonna be Monty able to secure this game and match win. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Blaston Cyber Cup 2. I'm your host and caster here, Starwise, and we are getting going with a very exciting match. It's going to be 24 versus Turbo. So let's head into the game and check out to see how it's going to go. It would make sense to go to the game and not infinite Inception Void. So, of course, players conducting their lag test here. Both players ready to go. All right, all right. An exciting match too. I mean, we've seen these players definitely in the past here. 24 actually the grand finalist champion for the VRML Blaston League Season 1. So Turbo definitely got to run for their money here. Now Turbo was able to make it quite far into the tournament as well. Unfortunately getting eliminated in the double elimination losers round 4 from Slowyd. Now what I want to see is where exactly they are in the bracket. So the winner of 24 versus Turbo is going to go up against the winner of Tesseract versus Montybann in tomorrow's part 2 of the Blaston Cyber Cup event. After this match, we are also treating you to a pleasant surprise. We're going to also stream Tesseract versus Montybann here, but let's focus on the game we got going here. It looks like they are going to go underway. Turbo versus 24 here. It starts right now. I gotta say, this bunny skin is my favorite. Bunny. Now here we are. A very slow Nova. But definitely a scary, slow-moving target. First Nova we've seen all day. An interesting choice here from 24. Frostbite coming in as all things. Good Viper shot here from 24 as Turbo eats it right in the bunny face. Here comes the setup, 24. Doing whatever they can, but Turbo taking way too much from those Viper shots. The double Viper panning out perfectly in 24's favor. Now, Turbo not able to get their setup that they were hoping for here as 24 dodges left and right, showing what a champion of VRML is able to dish out. Slow pellets rain in as the Nova pushes away past 24. Turbo's got a little bit of a setup here. Going for the onslaught approach. Nothing quite able to dish out here. 25 seconds left. 24 heavily in the lead. Viper shot after Viper shot able to land here. No, not the final ones though. Frostbite able to dish in. Turbo down in the red. 24 able to duck it, bob and weave under the Nova. Viper shot being blocked here by the Nova. Get around it a little bit here. Not enough damage, and that's it. 24 able to wrap the first round up here in their favor.
3, 2, 1.
Definitely so, Water. 24, the way 24 is moving in this, look at this, jumping left and right. And a lot of quick recovery time too. Like you could see them, 24, jumping from one part of the podium to the next and quickly accelerating to the next one. Not something that every player can do. Definitely shows you the strength of what 24 is. I don't know, maybe they're playing 24/7. Turbo taking some massive chunk damage here from 24 shots. Oh, but a great setup here from Turbo. Finally, the Nova's in the perfect time, the perfect place, and the Viper shot right back at it. Goes to show you can't dodge everything forever, but speaking of dodging, Turbo unable to do so means 24 is going to take game number 1. No, Tess, don't do that. Okay, Tess. Double Viper shots here. Turbo doing a great job dodging, but oh, that damage from the... Turbo is just setting up whatever they can. Upwards Nova shot here. Interesting choice. Just to allow them more maneuverability, opting out of the offensive damage back in it. Slow Nova nade back here. Turbo trying to get themselves set up, but the double Viper shot is gonna say otherwise as 24 able to dodge maneuver around while dealing damage to Turbo in the process here. A second Viper shot able to land, and now Turbo down in the red here. 24 trying to close out this first round in the second game. Turbo stuck in the red here. Less than a quarter HP. 1, 2 maybe Viper shots able to take him out. Not gonna happen just yet. 40 seconds left. Heavily in favor of 24 as they've taken just a small bit of damage here. Good dodge from Turbo for dodging both Viper shots, but can't dodge the third. Does get taken out here in this next round.
3, 2, 1. Blast on.
Bullet hell already raining down from above, below, beyond. Turbo has to get down low to try to dodge these Viper, deadly Viper shots from coming in from 24. Comes the Hurricane setup here. One Viper ready to go. Other Vipers up and running. Double shots, not quite going to connect here. Turbo doing a good job at dodging all the Viper shots here. Now 24 in the back foot. Right, waiting for cooldowns to start to come in here, but so is Turbo. Bullet hell raining in. 24 taking quite a bit of damage. Double Viper shots in. Turbo gotta really focus on trying to dodge him out here. Nova almost working in his disadvantage as it's almost acting as a bit of a vision blocker, and 24 cleverly playing around it. .24 now losing the lead here as Turbo is steps ahead of him. Turbo only quarter health damage taken. 24 less than half. Getting a very clean juggle, but lost a weapon. Maybe two.
30 seconds.
Smart maneuvering here from 24, playing aggressively, trying to go for the gauge. Double Viper shot ready, lined up to go. Turbo doing a great job at dodging it back and forth.
15 seconds.
24 down to little to no health. One little bit of chunk damage should be it, but Turbo not able to successfully do it just yet. Could be anyone's game if one Viper shot lands. Second, not the third, but that's going to be at 24, 1 HP left. And Turbo finally able to close in their first round.
3, 2, 1. Blast on.
Round 3 underway in game number 2. Turbo already taking some massive chunk damage, and 24 has had such success with these Viper shots here. I like the use of these Novas here. I mean, using it as like a shield and a bit of damage and forcing 24 to play in certain areas, but 24's playing so smart around them, using them as a vision block against Turbo as well in the process. With the Viper lip shots, a lot more easier to do that. Turbo down to little to no health. One shot from a Viper will end it all, and it's not there. Turbo is able to swiftly maneuver by mainly just standing still. I love how that turned out. Next Viper is up here for 24. Waiting for the second to come up here, making it more difficult for Turbo. Hurricane ready. Bit of a hammer play, getting himself set up. Turbo taking that last chunk of damage, and that is going to be it for game number 2 in favor of 24. So far, 24 not losing. I think they lost one round. Just one round in this entire series so far. And here we are, game number 3. Already in match point here for 24 as they try to close it out. Turbo has... I'm surprised Turbo didn't decide to do any loadout changes whatsoever here, because they are doing... They do have good setups here, but 24 has just had an answer for everything. And Turbo has had not much of a response back in these double Viper setups here coming from 24. Nova setup coming in from Turbo. 24 gonna use the Hurricane to try to block it out there. 24 now down in health here. Turbo taking the lead. Quick Viper shot could immediately change that here, but we're not seeing Vipers ready just yet. One is gonna pop up here for 24. We might start seeing it other way. Double Viper ready to go. 24 unleashing hell. One shot's gonna land in, and now immediately it's turning right back, but 24 gets turned back on, and Turbo able to close in another round.
3, 2, 1.
Wow, I love how that turned out. 24. Gotta watch out now. Reverse comeback could be possible. Viper ready to go here. Frostbite gonna miss. 24 got the second Viper in, but already shots fired. Turbo, quarter health. 24 trying to say, I am not losing a single game on this one. Dancing a little bit. Looks like a little bit of a tap dance. What does the saying go? Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. 24 definitely light on their feet here, juggling, trying to throw whatever they can their way towards Turbo. Nova's taken out here from Turbo. As Turbo tries to take it back here, 54 seconds left, has enough time to redeem themselves. One Viper shot could spell disaster here if Turbo gets hit, but so far able to swiftly dodge and maneuver around it. But 24 first forcing Turbo on their back foot here, surprising them with different angles, different shots, swinging their arms about, but Turbo still not managing to dodge and maneuver around. 24 in the lead here. Turbo tries to make their move, pushing to the front of the podium, waiting for the cooldowns to pop up here, ready to go, but the shots aren't landing as Turbo was hoping. 15 seconds left on the clock. Double Viper again set up here from 24, could close it out. No shots are going to land just yet, but here comes the next setup from both players as they unleash their onslaught. Both players ducking front, back, forward, left, right, up and down. Here comes all the shots from Turbo. It's going to land, but it's not going to be enough. Here we are. Potentially the last round of the match. 24 at match point and game point. Double lip setup here, not quite going to connect here. Turbo doing great work at blocking around it, dodging around. Next Viper back up here for 24. It is on a short cooldown. Good catch from 24 playing back the Luma. On the ground, jumping right into the middle of a Nova, taking massive damage. Turbo now in the lead. This slow Nova is deadly. I mean, you forget that it's there, especially with the way that when you see him first person, you don't realize that it's still right above your head. Especially with how slow it's moving. Turbo now down to almost about a quarter. 24 taking the lead. 50 seconds left. One Viper up. We could be seeing the combo here from 24, but it might be stopped by this Nova. First Viper shot gonna connect. One last shot would be it for 24 as they need to connect one more, but they got both Viper shots ready. Here comes the shot. Here comes the block. 24 still alive. Gonna take the damage from the gun. 30 seconds left. Last bit of shots left. 24 moving slightly to the side, but Turbo still hanging in there. There's 15 seconds left. If there's ever a chance for Turbo to deal all their shots in at once, it's got to be now. Turbo has to get it in, but isn't able to connect their Viper, their Luma. Turbo looking almost a little defeated, trying to deal out whatever damage, but with 3 seconds left, that's going to be a wrap as 24 is going to move on to the next match here at the Blaston Cyber Cup.
All right. So we are going to take a short intermission break as we get the final match of the day set up here. And if I'm not mistaken, I forgot who it's going to be against here. Let me get a pull up. Tesseract versus Monty. So you saw Monty in the previous one. You already know who Tesseract is. We'll get that set up for you in just a few short moments. So stick around, stay tuned. We'll be right back for that.
Round of damage, and that's it. 24 able to wrap the first round up here in their favor. Damage here from 24 shots. Oh, but a great setup here from Turbo. Finally, the Novas in the perfect time, the perfect place, and the Viper shot right back at it. Unable to do so means 24 is going to take game number 1. Just a small bit of damage here. Good dodge from Turbo for dodging both Viper shots, but can't dodge the third. Does get taken out here in this next round. Anyone's game if one Viper shot lands. Second, not the third, but that's going to be at 24. 1 HP left. And Turbo finally able to close in their first round. Good damage, and that is going to be it for game number 2 in favor of 24. One shot's going to land in, and now immediately it's turning right back, but 24 gets turned back on, and Turbo able to close in another round. Comes all the shots from Turbo. It's going to land, but it's not going to be enough. As 24 is going to move on to the next match here at the Blaston Cyber Cup.
Hello, hello, here with my homeboy robot guy in the lounge. Welcome back here to the final match of the day for the Blaston Cyber Cup 2. We will be checking out Tesseract versus Montybann in the, I guess, where we can see exactly where it's going to go. So you can also, I will link the bracket to you just here in the chat. There you are, you can check that out. There's Turbo. Take a look exactly where we're at in the bracket so far, but we are going to head right into the final match of the day here of Tesseract versus Montybann.
Ooh, the hype music is in, but the players still loading. So of course, they're both ready to make sure lag test looks okay. Nova Helix. Oh, I love it. Causing quite a bit of a stir here. So a Nova Hurricane inside of Monty versus the Nova Helix inside of Tesseract. A lot of control from both these players. Lance Nade coming in. Oh man, I'm scared of what Monty has got cooking in here. Alright, here we go. Blasting on here underway. Tesseract versus Montybann here. Monty already trying to force Tesseract over in the back corner here. Gonna pan out a little bit in their favor, but look at this onslaught of slow terror creeping their way. This is like the killer snail finding its target here. Not quite gonna land. No, it is gonna quite land here onto Monty. Good setup here from the Lance. Nova Hurricane coming in from above. Oh, I love that Aegis Shield block here from Tesseract. Completely wiping out the Novas. And a good call at that, Turbo. No Viper here from Tesseract. When Viper has been such a key play here for all these, but it looks like Tesseract doesn't even need it as Monty takes massive damage. Lance setup here. Counter Nova here from Tesseract. Trying to stop any bit of damage from coming his way, holding on to the lead that they've got going on. Nova Helix getting blocked out here by Monty, but Monty's still taking quite a bit of damage. So, oh no, make that a lot of damage. Monty now up, playing aggressively, got the Viper ready to go, but not able to connect with the shots here as we saw in the previous game. Good block on that. Monty down to 1 HP, 1 bit of damage is going to hit that Nova Helix right on top of the back here. Round 1 going to go in favor of Tesseract.
3, 2, 1, blast on.
Good block here from Monty. Here comes the setup on the nade. Lion's gonna go out of bounds here. It's not gonna play out. But still, Tesseract gonna get hit with a Viper. Going underway here. Nova Helix slowly spiraling its way in, and Monty's able to make quick work of dodging it here. Tail takes a bit of damage in the process, but enough to tell the tale. Comes to set up. Lance able to go underway, force Tesseract into the back corner, and now Monty unleashing terror as none of the shots are gonna land. Tesseract able to just dodge around everything. Oh, I love the way that played out. Tesseract with the juggle and massive damage in the back from Monty, not expecting where it's gonna come from. Tesseract tossing the nade, catching the toss of their own nade, and throwing it again a second time. I love how that played out, but Monty taking massive damage in here. Already down to red. Sliver of health left. And the slow terror coming in, that is all the Novas. Here comes the confusing dodging, and Monty, not able to make work of it here, does get taken out.
Player wins.
So game one gonna go in favor of Tesseract. And well said here, Turbo. Tesseract is just shutting down Monty with purple. I think he means orbs, but purple obs. Essentially what's happening there. I mean, the spiraling vortex that comes in from these Novas is just so hard to deal with. And pair that with all the other hammer nades or all the other hammer action coming in. Tesseract is just getting a really good setup. We'll get the code for you in just a few moments so we can join in. And we'll update the score as we see which side the players are on. But hopefully you're all enjoying today's event with the exception of the very start. Thank you all again for your patience during all that. Good to keep in mind. Challenger mode auto starts tourneys. Remember that, folks. We certainly didn't. I gotta say, this Blaston music is just fire. Listen to that. I feel like anybody could just take on the world when they get in there. Alright. Tesseract with the 1-0. Unfortunately, we gotta stop the music. So here we are with our leg test. Of course, players making sure everything's A-okay.
Winner, blue.
Now, what do we see changing here?
3, 2, 1. Blast on.
Lance play coming in from Tess, along with the Viper Ellipse. Definitely a very game altogether here. Here comes the Lance setup, the double Lance. And with the paired with the Viper, this is a deadly combo from Monty to try to dodge around. Good Lance play here from Tesseract, forcing Monty to push in just a little bit closer for the follow-up with the Viper shot here. But Tesseract gonna end up eating quite a bit of damage. Still in the lead, but ever so slightly. Duck and cover here. Monty able to dodge around all this Lance setup. I love the complete change here. We saw basically all the Novas come into play here from Tesseract. And it's switching up. Tesseract has done a fantastic job at just dictating the pace of this game, and very well said by Turbo here in chat. Tess plays so slowly, he makes fast players like Monty play at his pace. And controlling the pace of your opponent and shifting up here is definitely working and paying dividends as Tesseract dealing massive damage onto Monty. But some players don't realize a big effect that a change in pace has on your opponent and this slow creep in. When you expect players to play fast and you match their tempo, but you shift it up and play slow, I mean, it gives you that time to react and think, but it may not match up to what you're used to.
10 seconds.
Tesseract here, ready to go. 8 seconds left. Monty in the red. Small bit of health left, and now forcing to one side. Does get that Viper shot. First round gonna go in favor of Tesseract.
3, 2, 1. Blast on.
Game number 2, Tesseract already leading 1-0 in round score. Here comes a slow Nova Helix. I love it how it goes in and just spirals. Yeah, Monty had to shoot it to dodge it. It was like following him. It was like a heat-seeking missile. It's the orbs. The obs. Monty taking a bit of chip damage here. Tesseract still hasn't really taken anything here. No. Scratch that. Tesseract now in the back foot here. Monty taking the lead by quite a bit too. No, Tesseract chunking it back in, taking the lead right back away from Monty. Good lance setup here. Monty gonna take a little bit of tick damage from that lance return from Tesseract. Here comes the lance setup, followed by the Helix. Gonna be a difficult one to dodge, but Monty able to dodge it quite successfully. Lance nade going underway. Monty taking a bit of damage from that as well. Follow up lance nade from Monty. The tri-beam of power. Monty instead gonna be the one that takes damage back. Tesseract doing a good job at dodging here, waiting for cooldowns to come back in. Here comes the slow Nova Helix. Lance set up here, followed by the lance nade. Monty now stuck in a very scary position. Needs to be dodging under, but eats a Viper shot to the face and down to a sliver of health. Monty, little to no help with, about 10 seconds left in the clock, and the damage is in. That's going to be 2-0 now in game series in favor of Tesseract. And of course, players are going to swap their loadouts. We're probably going to see Tesseract switch it up a little bit here. As Turbo was saying in chat, we're seeing a lot of non-meta picks from Tesseract, which also makes it strong. Counter meta in a lot of games, not just in Blaston, but in general, also plays it in a lot of favor because they have that experience in it. So we could be seeing the very last game of the day. Game number 3. Slowly making its way here. As Montybann versus Tesseract here. Monty down 0-2. Tesseract 2-0. But before we head into our final match here, we'll give one potential last shout out to the sponsors here. First sponsor, of course, Resolution Games. #Blaston for sponsoring the event. Obviously, you all know Blaston here, but if you have a VR headset, which I assume you will if you're playing Blaston, then definitely check out their other games. Demio, Ultimax coming out soon. Fantastic games. I can't wait to play Ultimax. I'm for real. Other sponsors here is going to be Challenger Mode, the bracket that you've all been utilizing here. They do have quite a handful of other games and tournaments to play on. Just watch out for the auto start feature here. You make sure to let the organizer know. Ember Studios, that's us. Well, today we didn't have the best of broadcasts here. We bring you as much as we can, whenever we can here. And hopefully you've at least enjoyed the match commentary that we were providing today. I don't know what happened to my number lock here. Good question in chat here for Turbo. How are positions dictated from like 4th to 8th without double elim brackets? Definitely something we'll have to probably work out here after the completion of the tournament here with Defer. I actually didn't, since we are a third-party org that's hosting the tournament, we don't have control over how the circuit points are going to come in for the Blaston Championship here. So we'll make sure to work that out. And with all of Resolution Games basically at Gamescom, we can probably expect to see an answer, I would say, by Monday or so. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the points will end up being the same. Captain Fab, how was it seeded? Good question. One we will return to shortly. We tried our best to seed it at the beginning, but the tournament auto-seeded it, causing it to delay a little bit in start. So, I mean, we based it off of previous events for the second time we got to recreate the bracket, but with the time constraints, may have still been a little bit wonky here, as some of the more upper, higher level contestants did end up facing off each other earlier on in the tournament, but I don't know. I think it ended up being okay so far. Here we are. Game underway. Lag test already completed as both Tesseract and Montybann here competing in the Game 3 game. A tether, actually. Seeing it here from Tesseract, that's going to be very scary because Monty was already having enough trouble as it is dodging around from these Vipers. Going to be quite scary here as we progress further and further. Tesseract down here, which is, we have not really seen much of a hold and lead from Monty in the entire match series so far. Potentially could be this loadout change from Tesseract not quite panning out here, or maybe Monty finally getting a good read onto Tesseract. Tesseract getting eliminated here finally at the very end. Monty able to make some swift work here, taking the first round of the game. Something we haven't seen in the match series just yet, with Monty taking a devastating lead. Tesseract forced to hold on. Tether not quite panning out as they had hoped. And with the swap out from the Nova Helix, Monty has been able to much better dodge around everything. Good dodge here from Monty. Here comes the setup coming in from Tesseract. Hammer underway with the tether. Shots after shots after shots. Monty is taking massive damage. I'd be so scared of that tether and how fast it came in. Especially since the Viper already comes moderately fast as it is. Nova Hurricane setup here coming from Tesseract. Quicksilver into play, but with the double Viper here ready to go. Might be seeing a good juggle here from Tesseract, but not quite panning out and as they hoped, as they take way too much damage. Montybann still down some though, down about a quarter health left. Moving back and forth, Monty playing in the back as they wait for their cooldown. Tesseract playing up close, no, forced in the back. As Monty now getting their setup going. Here comes the combo. Luma shot not connecting. Cooldown down. Comes Tesseract for the return. Viper shots connecting, but not at the right spot here as Monty is able to block him out. Luma shots shooting right back. Comes Tesseract trying to close it out here. 1 second left and Tesseract able to close out this round. Both players game point here. It's going to either be a winner take all scenario or we're moving on to game number 4, was it? One Viper shot to the face. Monty now down some. Here comes the setup and aggression from Monty, dealing quite a bit of damage to the Tesseract, already bringing it down to around half health. Monty's looking pretty good here so far. I love the dance moves dodge, but it's not working out, and that's going to be a wrap here. Tesseract 3-0s Monty moving their way to the semifinals.
My, oh my, how did that end up here? Tesseract just completely turning it right back down here, and although we're open 24 hours here a day, I think that's about it. We've only got the winner of 24 versus Tesseract is going to be happening tomorrow. Master versus Josie going to be happening as well tomorrow. Both semifinals match will start at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time tomorrow. And then concluding with the grand finals where the last contestant, whoever plays first, will be crowned the champion of Blaston Cyber Cup 2. Well, I was your host, Caster Freddy Starwise. Big shout out to all of our participants. Really, we couldn't have done it without you. Thank you all so much for your patience today with the initial bracket mishap of what was going on here. I know it was a bit of a slow start, but you were all stellar with dealing with all that going on here and making our way back all the way here to the semifinals match for Blaston Cyber Cup 2. And all right, yeah, so I mean, we'll link the bracket for you guys here one more time just to take a look, see what's set up for tomorrow as it gets slowly updated. But once again, big shout out to our sponsor for today, Resolution Games, for sponsoring, obviously providing the game for today's event. And the background visuals you're seeing before me was created by Defer from taking some pretty cool B-roll footage here amongst the game itself. Resolution Games, thank you so much. Big shout out to Ember Studios, which is us. I mean, that's us. There's not much to be said for there. Slowyd Gaming, if you're looking for a community to grow and help work on your content creation, or just network with other gamers who are looking to, I guess, better themselves in a lot of different ways, check them out. Influence Connections, if you have a video editing need, check them out as well. They've got a good handy cast of video editors that can help either provide you with that video editing expertise that you may or may not need. It's up to you. And last but not least, Challenger Mode, thank you so much for providing the bracket that we used for today. And with that all being said, we will catch you all next time.
Turbo, no Viper here from Tesseract. When Viper has been such a key play here for all these, but it looks like Tesseract doesn't even need it as Monty takes massive damage. That Nova Helix right on top of the back here. Round one gonna go in favor of Tesseract. With the juggle and massive damage in the back from Monty, not expecting where it's gonna come from. Using dodging, and Monty not able to make work of it here, does get taken out. He play at his place. And controlling the pace of your opponent and shifting up here is definitely working and paying dividends as Tesseract dealing massive damage onto Monty. Left Monty in the red. Small bit of health left, and now forced him to one side. Does get that Viper shot. First round gonna go in favor of Tesseract. Monty, little to no helpless. About 10 seconds left in the clock, and the damage is in. That's gonna be 2-0 now in game series in favor of Tesseract. Tesseract getting eliminated here finally at the very end. Monty able to make some swift work here. Shots after shots after shots. Monty is taking massive damage. Dealing quite a bit of damage to the Tesseract. Already bringing it down to around half health. Good here so far. I love the dance moves dodge, but it's not working out, and that's gonna be a wrap here. Tesseract 3-0s Monty moving their way to the semifinals.